today is the 29th of July, and you're like, so what? But for folks in Argentina and Uruguay, it is Dia del Gnocchi. Well, want to know what I'm talking about? Well, good thing we have food researcher Sina Chariti of Food Wonders TV here with us today. She's going to help culture us with what is a familiar dish for some of you right now. So we're talking about gnocchis. I'm saying it correctly,
yes,
right?
You are.
Gnocchis. I practiced and practiced. Where do they come from?
Well, gnocchis, of course, are Italian. They say that they come from northeast Italy, but every region has its own version of gnocchis. They also say that gnocchis were the predecessor of pasta. And they can be done of any type of many types of flours, such as chestnut flour or ricotta cheese or spinach, even vegetables, or sweet potato too. And the more contemporary gnocchis that we all know from the potato gnocchis come from the 17th century in Italy, which is a few centuries later after the Spanish brought the potato from South America.
So what's the big deal here? Why is there a day to celebrate this dish?
So, of course, Argentina is huge on Italian food because of all of the immigrants. So the Day of the Gnocchi is celebrated on every 29th of the month, and it means it wants to bring prosperity. So they sit down, they eat gnocchis, and they always put money under the table, under the dish, so that money can come to them. 29 is before payday, so that's what it represents.
Oh, neat.
And in Argentina, there's a very funny thing that they call people gnocchi when they are people that receive money but they don't work. So they call them gnocchis.
Yes, I would like to be a gnocchi.
and the custom does come from Italy. When there was a big wheat famine, there was no wheat, so they used potatoes as a substitute, and it saved many people that way.
So even though they celebrate this in Uruguay, Argentina, we don't usually do that in the United States. We are today because Sina's here, and you actually have a dough recipe you want to share with us.
So the gnocchi dough is very simple. So you add potatoes, of course boiled, and then you add the same amount of flour to it, and you add Parmesan cheese, eggs, salt, butter, and nutmeg. You make your dough until it's nice and not so sticky. And the way you form gnocchis, I mean, they can be very pro or they can be very house looking. So you just cut them like in pieces, and then you put them to boil in the water. The trick to gnocchis is not to overcook them. And they are supposed to only cook for like 3 or 4 minutes.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
And when they come to the top, that's when you know they're ready. So there's not al dente, they just come to the top, and that's how you know. When you take them out, always be careful not to keep them together a lot because they stick to each other. So when they come out, you do put a little bit of oil, olive oil or butter to keep them separated. And then you put the sauce right away, and you have to eat them fresh. You cannot
Now, I know when you order these in restaurants, they're often different. They're different. They don't always come served that way. But traditionally, is that the way to serve it?
Like I said, you could make them more pro. And some people, when they cut them, they take the fork and they shape them like that.
Oh.
So after they are nicely shaped, which is still not so nice, you put them in. So that's how people sometimes, they just use a fork, they cut them, they shape them, and then they just put them in the water.
Very good. Always enlighten us. And right now we have Sina's recipe already on our website. It's gooddaypa.com, and you just want to go to the drop-down menu and select recipes. Thanks for being with us
And
again today.
Feliz Dia del Gnocchi.
Yay, we're celebrating. Always good to have you, Sina.